Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to do a camera review of an iPad. Not just any iPad, the brand new iPad mini, 6th generation, 2021 model, and purple. So, of course, all the different colors have the same camera, but I thought to myself, I had an opportunity, went to the museum with the family. I thought, hey, I'll tag along, I'll bring the iPad and take some photos, because some people actually do this. Not that that's a slight or anything bad about anyone, but some people actually do like to use these for cameras. I remember back when I was in law school, my buddy would use his, and he would like to take pictures of the whiteboard while the professor was writing, or some people like to take them out to children's events. It's not just using a phone camera to take pictures of things. It's got a very handy and capable 12 megapixel camera. So in this video, I'm going to show you a whole lot of samples, like a whole lot. I took some regular pictures, some up close pictures, some pictures of, you'll get the idea. Anyway, but before we get into that, I do want to say, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's talk about the camera on the iPad mini. So here we have the iPad mini. It has two cameras on it. It has the camera on the outside, the primary one. This isn't like the Pro model ones that have the extra cameras and the LiDAR sensor, all that stuff, but it does have a very handy and capable 12 megapixel camera on the outside, and it also has a 12 megapixel camera on the inside, right up there. You can kind of see it in the bezel. And one of the things about the iPad mini, it does have a little bit bigger bezels around it, but it's a mini. It's not the Pro. It's $499. It's not like $800, $1,000, whatever. So two 12 megapixel cameras, and even has center stage now, which you can use for, like follow you and all that stuff. But we're here today to talk about the actual camera capabilities for taking photos. If you go out, if you take it to a children's event, you take it out on a hike or an adventure, or to wherever you take it, people want to know if the camera is actually any good. So here are a bunch of camera samples. I took them, and of course the museum has lots of differing lighting. It has lots of lighting, a little bit of lighting, object lighting. So I think it's a good place to really go out and get a feel for things. So took some pictures here. You can see I took a lot of pictures of fossils. And what's cooler than going to a museum and seeing dinosaurs? So you could see the T-Rex, the Stegosaurus, the Triceratops, the pterodactyl with the P, which is silent, and all those different things. And you can see here there's a lot of varying different levels of detail, different types of things. Yes, when you have less light, it's not quite as sharp as it is whenever it is when there's better light, but that's most cameras in general. So not really dinging it there. I was actually very happy with how some of them turned out. The only thing is you don't get portrait mode. And I went out and I was shooting some pictures. I was like, well, I wish it kind of had portrait mode. I wish it had a wide angle. And I know this is a different use case scenario. This is not a phone. The phone is your end all be all for portable camera replacement when you go out in the real world. But the camera on here I think is very capable, especially with a lot of light. There was some stuff that I really thought turned out super good. But you can even zoom in pretty well. And video. It has 4K video at 60 frames per second on the front. I think that's pretty exceptional when you're talking about a $499 iPad mini. So there are a lot of capabilities here. Again, moving along, lots of different fossils, gemstones too. This was a very low light situation. There was like no light in there, and all you have is just the object lighting inside of the different exhibits. So you can see here the color, the detail. Sometimes there's some scratches you can see on the glass because I don't know. I think some kid went in and like vandalized it with something. But there are a lot of illustrations here, and you can really see very sharp and lots of good color saturation too, especially when you focus in on it. If you focus in on the object and kind of isolate some of that light a little bit better and get the image to pop out. There were several illustrations where on the autofocus it might not have looked so amazing, but then actually when you tap on it, it cleared it up. It made the area around it a little bit darker, but the object, the colors just really popped. And I took some pictures of the kids and with the family while I was there, and those turned out really well too. Overall, when it comes to the camera on the iPad mini, I was impressed. Like, I did not think it was going to be that good. I remember the last time I tried this, and I don't even think I've ever taken a picture with my iPad Pro. It's just, I'm not walking around with a 12.9-inch iPad to the museum to take pictures. But having the iPad mini it's much smaller. So the use case scenario, it makes it more portable, it makes it more personal, it makes it for more something where you're going to see this outside of the house. You're not seeing somebody walk around at somebody's graduation with a 12.9-inch iPad to shoot a video of their kid walking across the stage. But there are benefits to having a tablet. Bigger batteries, great battery life, big screen. Yeah, they're great for handing them off to kids, but at the same point in time, you can use them while you're out. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to take it out there and really see what this camera on here can accomplish. Even took some selfies. The selfie camera, definitely not as good as the primary camera, especially not in low light. The primary camera on the back definitely excelled better in that department. But overall, for $499, A15 Bionic chip, big 8.3-inch screen. I mean, it's bigger than a phone. I think I like the size of this thing. I really do. I love how small the tablet is, but at the same point in time, it's much bigger than a phone, so you can get a lot out of it. So that's all I've got on this camera review of the cameras on the iPad mini 2021. It's the 6th generation. These things have been around for a while now, and this one is the only one I've ever entertained because it has all the power of a normal iPad, A15, lots of power there. It's got 4 gigs of RAM. It'll do anything, and you can even get 5G if you want to go that route. So that's all I've got. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got to see some capabilities of an iPad that a lot of people don't normally go and show off. I wanted to give you kind of another facet and say, hey, if I take this out, can I use it? And I think it's very capable for that. I think it's very handy, and you'll find that you take exceptionally good pictures in most situations with it, especially when you have ideal lighting. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. You can find me on Twitter at AdamJMatlock. Other links to socials down in the description. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.